from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
A pleasant evening and a very warm welcome to the National News broadcast. We are coming to you live from the National News Studio. I'm Delanjali Ananda.
I'm Movin Hettiarachi, and today is the 31st of July, and here are today's headlines.
Foreign reserves close to $4 billion US. Inflation drops to 6.3%. Suspended Japanese development projects resumes. Government decides to import chicken. 394,000 families who are deprived of Aswasuma benefits will be provided with Samruddhi benefits. An investigation to be carried out over the alleged altered recital of the national anthem at the LPL inauguration. Death toll in Pakistan bomb explosion increases up to 45. For those and other stories in detail. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka says that the overall foreign remittances during the first 6 months of this year have increased up to $2,823 million US.
A sum of $476 million US has been earned within the month of June. By the last month, the gross official reserve of the foreign exchange was $3.7 billion US. The facts have been included in a report of foreign reserves issued by the Central Bank for the month of June. Income earned by tourism industry during the June is about $223 million US. It is a twofold increase compared to the income earned in the month of June last year. The export income during June this year has exceeded $1 billion US. It was over $1 billion US during the last May as well. The import expenditure has also reduced in June. It is a reduction of $1.8 billion US compared to the same period last year. The Department of Census and Statistics in Colombo Consumer Price Index issued for the month of July has confirmed that the inflation among urban community in Colombo has decreased. It was a 6.3% in July this year, however, a 12% in the month of June. The annual inflation of food sector was at a minus 1.4% in the month of July. It was a 4.1% during last June. The annual inflation among non-food category in July was down up to 10.5%. It was 16.2% in last June. Annual inflation in the transport category in July was minus 9.3%. Last June, it was minus 3.1%. Inflation in many other sectors, including housing, water, electricity and gas, has also gone down significantly.
Government has decided to import chicken required for industries. The Ministry of Trade says this decision was taken at the Inflation Committee meeting held recently. The price of chicken sold up during the past period. The government has taken this decision as a remedy to the price increase. This decision was taken with the hope of reducing the prices of chicken-affiliated products. Minister of Trade Nalin Fernando says that if the price of chicken cannot be controlled at the local market, chicken will be imported for the benefit of general customers as well. Minister of Trade Nalin Fernando said that at the first stage, opportunity will be given for the local manufacturing industries. If they are able to reduce the prices, there will be no problem. Meanwhile, sale of imported eggs commenced today at the Sathusa outlets in the Kandy, Nuwara Badulla and Hambantota districts. Eggs are available at these outlets 35 rupees each. Imported eggs are already available at Colombo, Gampaha, Kalutara, Mathura and Galle districts. Sathusa has already sold over 1.7 million eggs at present. In future, imported eggs will be available at all Sathusa outlets. Chairman of the Sathusa says that ample stocks of eggs are available to supply the demand of the consumers. Chairman of the Sathusa Pazaneapa Bevadna said that the consumers are requested to use these eggs within 4 days of purchase. We supply ample stocks of to our outlets according to the demand erupted in the relevant areas. Sattwasa expects to limit the amount of eggs given to each customer. Chairman of the State General Trading Corporation, R. Sri Walisundara, said that the country can be self-sufficient with eggs again by April-May next year. Until then, the permission has been given to import eggs needed to the country. Attention will be focused to provide eggs at concessionary prices to all consumers. Now, the government has focused attention to immediately recommence the stalled development projects started with the assistance of Japanese government.
This was revealed at a discussion held between two state ministers of Japan and President Ranil Wickremesinghe. The meeting was held in Presidential Secretariat. State Minister of Japan Cabinet Office Fujimaru Satoshi and former State Minister Yamamoto Kurso participated in this meeting. They agreed to start all stalled Japanese projects in Sri Lanka soon after debt optimization process was completed. A decision was also taken to review relevant projects with the help of officials of Japanese Embassy in Sri Lanka. Japanese Ambassador Michiko Hideki and Chief of Presidential Staff Sagala Ratnayaka and several others were also present at this meeting. Secretary to the Ministry of Public Administration, Home Affairs and Provincial Councils and Local Government, KDN Ranjit Asokra, says that investigation will be conducted immediately on the distorting of the recital of the national anthem at the opening ceremony of the Lanka Premier League cricket tournament.
The ministry has issued a communique in this connection. The opening ceremony of Lanka Premier League cricket tournament was held last evening at the R. Premadasa grounds in Colombo. The national anthem was sung by Umaria Singhavangsha at the opening ceremony. Many comments have been posted in social media regarding the distortion of tone of the national anthem. The ministry has focused attention to this matter and says that changing of the accepted tone of the national anthem is detrimental to the constitution as well. The ministry secretary says that it is pathetic to sing the national anthem changing its tone in a function of international level. The communique states that an investigation will be conducted into this incident without delay. Professor Pratibha Mahanama said that it is clearly mentioned in the 7th clause of the 1978 Constitution how to sing the national anthem. In the schedule is mentioned that the way to sing the music arrangement and all other descriptions. If anyone violates these rules, it can be considered as a blatant violation of the Constitution.
මේ ජාතික ගීයක් කියලා කියන්නේ රටේ තියෙන උරුමයක්. ලංකාව විතරක් නෙමෙයි රටවල් 193ක් තියෙන එක්සත් ජාතීන්ගේ සංවිධානයේ ඒ කිසිම රටක් ඒ විනය කඩ කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒවා ව්‍යවස්ථාවන් වලින් තමයි එන්නේ.
Meanwhile, views have been expressed over the non-availability of the Sports Minister Roshan Ranasinghe at the opening ceremony of Lanka Premier League cricket tournament. Mr. Roshan Ranasinghe said that according to the Sports Act in Sri Lanka, permission of the Sports Ministry should be obtained before conducting any sports tournament. Both Sri Lanka Cricket and LPL organisation have not got this permission. As the Minister of Sports, I have informed them 2 months ago to obtain permission to legalise LPL immediately. As it is not legal, I didn't attend the LPL opening ceremony.
A press briefing was held in Colombo today to inform the media over the problems prevailing in the health sector. A number of officials of the health sector participated at this meeting. Director of the Lady Ridgeway Children's Hospital, G. Vijay Surya, said there is no shortage of any health equipment in Children's Hospital. The hospital has MRI, CT scan and blood test facilities needed for surgeries. Therefore, parents should take their children to get treatment from the Children's Hospital. The hospital has sufficient staff, equipment and pharmaceuticals at present. Director General of Health Services Dr. Asela Gunawardena said that several media reports were published recently stating that there were no required facilities for dental surgeons to provide treatments for patients at government hospitals. The Health Ministry has already noticed this situation and have planned to import the required items within a short period of 2 months.
සැලසුම් සකස් කරලා තියෙන්නේ.
මේ ඖෂධ නියාමන අධිකාරිය මගින් ලබා දෙන නිසි අවසරයක් මත පමණයි.
General Manager of State Pharmaceuticals Corporation, Dilusha Dasanayake, said that the corporation can import drugs and medicines only under the proper permissions given by the Pharmaceutical Regulatory Authority. All necessary conditions are fulfilled in the drug medicine procurement process. Certain measures have been taken to expedite the process of procurement to ease the shortages. Director General of Health Services, Dr. Asela Gunaradana, said that over 100,000 patients obtain treatments from government hospitals daily. 1 or 2 patients were reported to have died in the process. It is a normal situation. Media should report the truth and highlight shortcomings. Then health authorities are ready to correct the lapses.
Now, the government has focused attention to suspend the use of rice for manufacturing animal feed and beer. Minister Mahinda Amaravira has instructed the Secretary of the Ministry, Gunadas Amarasinghe, to take necessary measures in this regard. The drought situation prevailing in many areas of the country has caused a negative impact for food production. Therefore, the Ministry of Agriculture has decided to safeguard the existing rice stocks in the country to face a possible shortage of food in future. Minister Mahinda Amaravira has instructed his secretary to inform the Secretary of the Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry and the Presidential Committee on Food Security regarding this matter. It is reported that paddy cultivations in many areas have been affected by the drought. In the Udavalava area, about 50,000 acres of paddy lands are in danger due to the drought. Now, consultant psychiatrist Dr. Rumi Ruben says that providing education using smartphones and digital distance platforms should be limited.
He stated this based on the latest study reports issued by UNESCO. The last report issued by UNESCO has pointed out that excessive use of mobile phones for school education is a matter to be regretted. Further, it has caused a negative influence for the health as well-being of students and to distance interrelations among students. Mobile phones and other digital methods were advantageous to carry out distant education during the COVID pandemic season. However, UNESCO report points out that the face-to-face interaction between students and teachers is more important in the process of education. Consultant psychiatric of Karapitia Teaching Hospital, Dr. Rumi Ruben, said that the use of mobile phones may lead to reduce the attention of students to their education. This will also affect privacy of students. Using mobile phones is also a cause for sexual abuse. Therefore, authorities should stop the use of mobile phones within school premises as recommended by UNESCO. However, it is difficult to stop the use of mobile phones totally because of many teachers and students as well as have been tempted to use the mobile phones and digital system to carry out education. Anyway, pragmatic decisions should be taken by authorities through mutual discussion. English translation of the Sinhala novel Patsama, written by Dr. Leel Gunasekara, was launched recently. This novel has been named as Petition. The book launch was held at the Temple Trees under the patronage of Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. Dr. Leel Gunasekara was one of the most senior administrative officers of the island. He worked as the IGP of the country during the rule of former Prime Minister late Sirimavo Bandaranaike. This novel has included language patterns and simple lifestyles of the people in Sri Lanka over several generations.
A National Dengue Control Unit requests the public to focus their attention to control the spread of dengue fever further. Although the number of cases reporting has significantly decreased, a total of 56,438 dengue patients have been reported within this year so far throughout the island. The majority of cases amounting to 50% of total amount has been reported from the Western Province. In addition, a considerable number of cases has been reported from the Kandy, Kegol, Ratnapura, Kurunagala and Putlam districts. 52 MOH areas have been named as risky zones. Gathering water in cans and barrels, improper disposal of garbage, abandoned well and unattended lands have been identified as dengue breeding grounds at present. Director of the National Dengue Control Unit Specialist Dr. Nalin Ariyaratne said that all climatic and weather patterns which helps the spread mosquito breeding prevails in the country at present. Especially the northern and eastern provinces are vulnerable to the spread of mosquitoes during the upcoming northeast monsoon period up to December. Therefore, authorities should take precautions to control spread of mosquito population in these areas.
The government has decided to provide some of the allowances to 394,000 families who have not qualified for the Aswasuma benefits. This has been stated in a media communique issued by the State Ministry of Finance. 1.7 million families have qualified for Aswasuma welfare benefits. 887,653 Samudri beneficiary families have also qualified for Aswasuma benefits program. The Cabinet has also given its approval to provide Aswasuma benefits to 2 million families. Allowances for elders, patients from renal diseases, disabled persons, clergy, orphan children are paid without slash. State Minister of Finance, Shehan Semasinghe, informs the public who have not yet started relevant accounts to start them without delay.
Now, many political parties and organizations held meetings at electoral level island-wide. The UNP Minneri electoral meeting was held yesterday with the participation of a large crowd.
මම සමග ජන බලවේගය අයට කියන්නේ දැන් ඇති අපි තැවුණා. අපිට ආයේ ඔබලා බලන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. දැනටමත් ඡන්ද ලක්ෂ 90ක විතර වගකීමක් දරනවා. රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ.
The National People Power held its Divulapiti electoral meeting under the patronage of its leader Andra Kumar Desanayake.
මේ රටේ ආර්ථිකය විපතෙන් විපතට පත් කර රට ණය උගලක දාලා හිර කරපු බංකොලොත් කරපු කඳවුර. මේ රට මේ ආර්ථික ප්‍රපාතයෙන් ගොඩ ගන්න කඳවුර.
මහපාරේ සටන, පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ සටන, උසාවියේ සටන ඔය තුන් ආකාරයේ සටනෙන් අපි ජනතාවගේ අයිතිය කෙසේ හෝ ජයග්‍රහණය කරමු.
Sri Lanka Pudujana Peramuna organized its Kalathura electoral meeting yesterday.
මට අදට ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා අපේ හාදුරේ. පාර්ලිමේන්තුව ගිනි තියන්න ආවුන්ගේ කිසිම ප්‍රශ්න කිරීමක් නැහැ. සජබේ කතා කරන්නවත් දෙයක් නැහෙනි. UNP ගේ 10 දෙනෙක් කියන සජබේ හරින් ප්‍රනාන්දු. දැන් නැහැ.
Uttara Lanka Sabhagaya has organized a seminar at Bokundara in Piliyandala. The SLFP Kaspav electoral meeting was held under the patronage of former President Maithripala Sirisena.
Cultivators say there is a great demand for local pears at present.
They point out that they are receiving a good income from pears cultivation as the import of apple is restricted at present. Gomalikanda in Uva Paranagama electorate in Nuwara is the place where the pears cultivation is successfully done. Many families are engaged in pears cultivation. Pears bear fruits once a year. The cultivators say that they conduct the cultivations without using agrochemicals. A kilo of pears is purchased at about 700 rupees from the cultivators. However, some traders sell them at 1,800 to 2,000 rupees a kilo. The farmers point out that if the government arrange a proper marketing system, they can provide pears to consumers at lower cost. Now, Route Traveller of the National Television brings information about attractive places hidden in the island. We take you to such a place today as well. It is significant that this place is attractive and marvelous place with rare beauty of the man-made creation. Throughout the island, people can experience natural beaches and sea areas. This is also a beautiful beach not made by nature but by man. This is the artificial beach in the Colombo Port City complex, the first such beach in the island. That's all we have on local news. Stay tuned for international stories coming up next.
வெளிநாட்டிலிருந்து பணத்தை மக்கள் வங்கிக்கு அனுப்பி வாராந்தம் 1 லட்சம் ரூபாய், மாதாந்தம் 1 மில்லியன் ரூபாய், ஆண்டிறுதியில் மாபெரும் சீட்டெழுப்பில் 1 கோடி ரூபாயினை வெல்லுங்கள். பீப்பிள்ஸ் ரெமிட்டன்ஸ் கோடி அதிர்ஷ்டம். நேரடியாக அனுப்புங்கள், பெரும் வெற்றி காணுங்கள். வெளிநாட்டிலிருந்து பணத்தை மக்கள் வங்கிக்கு அனுப்பி வாராந்தம் 1 லட்சம் ரூபாய், மாதாந்தம் 1 மில்லியன் ரூபாய், ஆண்டிறுதியில் மாபெரும் சீட்டெழுப்பில் 1 கோடி ரூபாயினை வெல்லுங்கள். பீப்பிள்ஸ் ரெமிட்டன்ஸ் கோடி அதிர்ஷ்டம். நேரடியாக அனுப்புங்கள், பெரும் வெற்றி காணுங்கள்.
At least 45 people have been killed in an explosion in Pakistan during a rally organized by the Islamist party. More than 100 people were also injured in the explosion in Bajar district, where JUF was holding a meeting. No group has said it carried out the attack, which is being investigated. A motive remains unclear. Officials have warned the death toll may rise further as several people are in a critical condition. The authorities have indicated that a rescue operation has been completed and all injured have been taken to hospital. Security forces have cordoned off the area while the investigation takes place. Hundreds of people were attending the JEF Workers' Convention yesterday in the town of Kar near the border with Afghanistan.
Fighting at a Palestinian refugee camp in Lebanon, which left at least 9 people dead, has continued today. The clashes at the Ain el-Hawith camp broke out between Fatah movement and the rival Islamic groups. Established in 1948, the reservist Ain el-Hawith camp is the largest in Lebanon with more than 63,000 registered refugees. The camp, situated near the southern city of Sidon, falls outside the jurisdiction of Lebanese security forces. It is left up to rival factions within the camp to maintain its security, but factional disputes are common. This weekend's violence erupted Saturday when a member of the Islamic group was killed. Tensions continued to mount throughout yesterday, culminating with the death of the Fatah commander Ashraf al-Armouchi and several of his aides. A ceasefire agreed yesterday, but skirmishes continued to the night. Dozens of residents have already fled their homes within the camp.
Now, a constable with India's Railway Protection Force has been arrested after he shot dead 4 people on a train near the city of Mumbai. Police said the accused, Chetan Kumar, killed a senior official and 3 passengers. Authorities have initiated investigations over the motive behind the killings and to identify the dead passengers. Railway Protection Force personnel are tasked with the protection of railway passengers and property in India. The shooting took place on a train travelling from Jaipur in the western state of Rajasthan toward Mumbai city in Maharashtra. The suspect had pulled the in-house alarm chain used to stop trains in case of emergencies and tried to escape. He was arrested in the outskirts of Mumbai.
Extreme heat continued to grip Japan today, with mercury topping 35 degrees Celsius in the morning in the many areas of the country in the east and north. The Japan Meteorological Agency has indicated that temperature has reached 37.7 degrees in Hatoyama town in Saitama Prefecture, near Tokyo 37.1 degrees in Date City in Fukushima Prefecture, and 35.1 degrees in central Tokyo. Officials warned the risk of people developing heat stroke is extremely high and issued heat stroke alerts for Tokyo, Kyoto and 17 other prefectures.
Now, persistent heavy rains have continued to batter Beijing's swelling rivers that claimed 2 lives and triggering a red flood alert today. Meteorological authorities in Beijing maintained a red alert for rainstorms this morning due to forecasts of torrential rain and warned that small and medium-sized rivers could experience flash floods and landslides. Beijing recorded an average rainfall of 157.8 millimeters, with a maximum exceeding 538 millimeters in a village in the suburban of Fakans district.
The world's only surviving panda triplets celebrated their 9th birthdays recently. These birthday celebrations of Meng Meng, Shu Shuai and Cuckoo were held in Shimong Safari Park of southern China. In a grand birthday celebration, male panda Shu Shui, who was second of the triplets, enjoyed a mouth-watering bamboo cake made with his favorite foods. The youngest cuckoo was concentrating on relishing his bamboo cake made with bamboo shoots and fruits while taking a joyful train ride in a special train. Meanwhile, the eldest and only female panda Meng Meng was savouring the cake with watermelon, dragon fruit and other favorite food in a shade of a reed heart.
Kutumi, Fantamai.
On sports news, Jaffna Kings won the opening match of the Lanka Premier League cricket tournament by defeating Colombo Strikers. The match was played at the R. Premadasa grounds in Colombo yesterday.
This was the fourth edition of the Lanka Premier League cricket tournament. Colombo Strikers won the toss and elected to field first. Accordingly, Jaffna Kings were 173 runs for 5 wickets. Tawhid Hedroik scored 54 runs. In reply, Colombo Strikers were all out for 152 runs in 19.4 overs. Niroshan Dikvala scored 58 runs. Jaffna Kings won by 21 runs.
Now, Kalinga Kumarage was adjudicated as the best sportsman of the National Athletic Tournament. Gayantika Beratna was honoured as the best sportswoman.
The 101st National Athletic Tournament concluded yesterday at Sugaddas Stadium in Colombo. Rushmika Ratnayaka won the gold medal in the 200-meter women's event with a time of 24.5 seconds. Isuru Lakshan won the gold medal of the 200 meters men's events with a time of 21.06 seconds. Indian team won the 400-meter mixed relay event. Sri Lanka won the third place in this event.
Kutumi, Fantamai.
That's all the news we have for tonight. Join us tomorrow at the same time for the very latest on Channel Eye. I'm Delanjali together with Uwin signing off. Good night.
Good night.